Traxxas RC1 here, and this is how many RC cars do I actually have. Now I have 9 RC cars, and you can sit here and count them all. I'm just going to kind of go over them and show y'all what I prefer, what I like about them, what I don't like about them, and just what's in them, and good hop-up ideas. And these are just general hop-up ideas for any car. So let's start over here with the Slash. Okay, Traxxas Slash, a hardcore Proline body. It used to have a what's it called? A hood scoop right there that was on there, but I was at the track and the hood scoop fell off and I couldn't find it, so I just put duct tape over it, and that kind of gives me a little bit more steering in the front since it's a little bit heavier. Velineon brushless waterproof system, and I got real lucky with this because when I sent my old Velineon in to be repaired, it was unrepairable, and so they just had came out with a waterproof one, so I got a waterproof one back instead of the regular because they had just came out with it like a week before. 1/10 scale 2.2s in the back, low profiles for the track since we have a smooth clay track. Dodd number 16, 125 ounces waterproof servo. Gosh, a couple things to look out for: hinge pins. Just the front ones. Haven't had any problems with the rear, but the front ones are always getting bent. So I have to buy some new front hinge pins. Next, PX16 boat, 30 inches. Inside electronics suck. I mean, I just ripped them out because both of my little motors blew, and they were up here if I can find them. I don't guess I can, but they were 390 sized, and they sucked. They were just horrible. I mean, that was the receiver and the ESC. I mean, that's the ESC. That's just garbage right there. Not worth anything. But I do plan on upgrading this boat because the hull of it is really nice. I mean, 30 inches, lightweight, but good plastic. Next is the Cinematrix TR Arena. This is a 1/8 scale truggy, custom painted body. I love this truggy. It is very cool. Let's see what we got underneath of it here. Aluminum front shock towers, van anodized, aluminum transmission plate, aluminum steering plate, aluminum rear shock towers, and aluminum that. Axial 28, which I'm getting a turbo button head for to get it a little bit more power because I like that, you know, extra budge and something like this. High speed throttle servo and really high torque steering servo. Runs this off of 6 volts. Okay, next we have some of my little pan cars and carpet cars. This is the DJ12R, which is not too bad. I don't know much about pan cars, but if you do, please tell me if this one sucks or not, because my local track is starting to build a carpet track inside because they have, it used to be an apartment where the part store used to be an apartment, and they have another big room, and they're putting a carpet track in there. Next is the Losi something or other. It's the Losi. Hold up, maybe it's up here. Oh, there it is. Losi Street Weapon. This is Losi Street Weapon. I don't like it very much. It's not really nothing that I'm interested in. Next is a 10th scale pan car with some bad foams. So, not much going on with these three. Don't really know much about pan cars or how they're supposed to be like or anything, but you know, that's those. Next is the OFNA 9.5 Violator. Now this one came out of the box with a 32 engine, and I have it up there, but the guy I bought it from had this whole thing taken apart. I mean, just everything was just in pieces, and I just had to put it back together. So hopefully I'll get my engine tomorrow because I have a .21 in the shop. I'm getting the clutch stuff on because I don't have the proper tools to put it on. So I sent it up there, and he said he would get it on there. So I might have a running video of this tomorrow, who knows. Threaded rear shocks, aluminum front shock tower, aluminum rear shock tower, and aluminum radio tray. High torque steering servo and like 40 or 50 ounce throttle servo. My little jerry-rigged 9-volt receiver pack, which actually works. So there's 9 volts going to that throttle and steering servo. I don't know what I'm going to get for Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to get this one electric, or if I'm going to get a rock crawler or a mini Revo. I haven't decided yet, but I've driven a rock crawler because one of my friends let me see one, and he let me drive it, and I thought that was real cool. But a 1/8 scale electric brushless would be pretty nice, since I could sell the 32 engine and still have the 21 if I ever want to convert back into nitro. So that's the Offna. Nice buggy. Next is my race buggy, my Sportworks Mayhem. Now there's not a lot of difference between the Sportworks Mayhem and the Turmoil. The Turmoil is just a little bit more updated. Aluminum front shock towers, really nice suspension on this. I mean, it's just godly handling. I love it. That's my Dodge Blue Tank, 125 cc's. JP3 jamming pipe. High speed throttle servo. High torque Metal Gear steering servo. Axial 28. It's got a 13-tooth pinion gear. I mean, not pinion gear. Clutch bell. Aluminum clutch shoes. 500 Centistokes or 5,000 Centistokes up front in the differential oil. 7,000 in the middle and 35 in the back. I got some street tires on it right now because I was just running around getting it tuned out for the colder weather. So I decided to put the street tires on and not ruin my good ones. Nice buggy. Works really good on the track. I haven't raced it yet, but I've done a lot of laps with it and it does good. And next is my first RC car I ever bought, and that is the Traxxas Slayer. This is it. This is the coolest car, I think. I mean, it does 50 miles an hour. It's got 2-speed gearbox. Let's take the hood off. It doesn't have an engine in it right now because I blew it, so I'm still repairing that. Got the Revo shocks on it, which are really cool. Dual steering servos, which I got an extra high torque one up in my toolbox, so I might put one high torque in there and take these two out and use them for something else. That's cheap, a real cheap throttle one, because my old throttle one broke, so this was like $10, so I got that. There's a 2-speed transmission. Front shocks are real nice. It needs new tires on it too, because these are getting worn down. These are the original tires on it, and I've had this one for about 8 months. So I'm driving it a long time. I've driven about an hour every day for like 2 months straight, which put a lot of wear on this thing. I really like this car. The only complaint I do have about it is it flips all the time. So if you do have this car, I would invest in some sway bars. So that is just how many RC cars I actually own. There they are. The body's taken off. Oh, and another thing, I like Nitrotane. That is the fuel I use. It's from Team Losi. Good stuff. Good stuff. Which I don't know, but I'm gonna think about transferring over to 33 Traxxas fuel, 33% nitro, because it has over lean protection lubricant, and it has a mix of Castrol and synthetic oils, and 33%, which is 10% more nitro than your regular race oil or regular race gas. So that's it. Peace out.